By the authority of the University of Nottingham vested in my office, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, Honoris Causa. Congratulations, Tom.
It was nice to be part of a ceremony where my old department, Industrial Economics, they were getting their degrees, and I was part of that 50 years ago, and I think they may have got the message that here's someone to follow and an example. No, I don't, it went very well. It's almost impossible to compare the university today with my time, because we were 2,800 students on this campus. We're now talking over 20,000 here, 28,000. It's almost impossible to relate to that scale of things. I think at the time we were very much an educational elite. Only 4% actually went to university. I don't think we realized at the time, but we were. And I think when I come back here through council and for various other functions, I'm staggered at the extent of the university's geographical reach and its geographical reputation. In my time, it was thought of as being a good university. It's now a very, very good university with a worldwide reputation. So I enjoy that, but any comparisons are almost meaningless. I think because I'd been in the army just before I came up here, I realized that a university education was rather special, because many of the people I was in basic training with could neither read nor write. At the university, I actually had two very good tutors. Don Varley, Industrial Economics, who gave 40 years of dedicated teaching to the university, and Sir David Williams, my law tutor. And they inspired me to the point that I should apply for a fellowship for study in the USA. It was quite a rare thing, and there were no business schools here, so we had to go abroad. And they sponsored me, and I got a Harkness Fellowship. That's important because it gave me that link to higher education in America. And secondly, because I met my wife here. She was an undergraduate, a year ahead of me in mathematics. I met her at the Officers Training Corps. She was sitting in the back of a 3-ton truck at the time.
What was she doing?
She was a young officer cadet, having just finished her first year and having a great time on holiday. I appeared like some kind of weirdo from the jungles of Malaya to a fairly kind of home guard institution. And so she actually stood out in her khaki uniform. And today she was in her uniform as a member of the College of Benefactors. So her gown actually mirrored the colour of her eyes. Next year it's our 50th wedding anniversary, golden wedding anniversary. So that is why there is the continuity there. It's a fairly easy transition because I wasn't as if I was committed to a regular career in the army as an officer. We all had to do national service. I actually did 3 years rather than 2 years because it gave me all kinds of options, which worked out. I was able to choose my regiment and where I stood. So everybody had to make that transition from the military, the national service, to academia. So it's quite natural. The interesting thing was at the university at the time, about a third of us had done national service, a third still had to do it, and a third really had got either flat feet or some form of medical or academic exemption. So we were a mixture of age groups, ranging from 18 to 24. I wasn't talking in terms of the current employment situation, because in building my own business, I went through 3 recessions. Each one was deeper and longer than the first. And I survived the first one because we were just lucky. By the time of the second one, I'd already bought my own offices, so I had low overheads. And by the third one, we had so much money in the bank, and interest rates went to 18%. It didn't worry me. That was my career. In terms of their career, I think anybody in terms of a degree in industrial economics or some option involving business will do well, because Nottingham as a university is very highly regarded by employers. My message to them, although I didn't articulate it in any detail, was never close your eyes to new opportunities, because the unexpected will happen. You just have to be ready for it. And never to be afraid to change direction. I actually changed from mass marketing consumer goods into corporate strategy consulting, into running my own business in a very specialist branch of corporate finance. When I started with Lever Brothers, my ambition was to end up as chairman of Birdseye. But things happen.